Good morning, friends. Good afternoon, people. It has been quite a while before I get back to you. It takes some sacrifice for me to have a little time for you and keep on answering your concerns when you text me and when we chat over WhatsApp, answering you most of the questions that keep on coming to your mind and you want to know. I'll try as much as possible to do an highlight today and update each and every part of the questions. Mainly, I will talk about the nursing NCLEX exams, what happens, specifically what happens after you pass your NCLEX, because I've been seeing most people are concerned about after they passed, they get bothered on the delay of the retrogression period, and then most importantly, the expiry of their license, NCLEX license here in their various states. And then there's some questions also concerning green card, lottery, and I'll try as much as possible. I know it's really so worrying for people to do and spend their money in doing NCLEX exams, and then later on you find some delays in transitioning to the US. Keep to the advices that you're given by your specific agencies on your transition and the program. You know very well that you cannot be in America in a day, but it takes some sacrifice and time to be patient and accept the process. In due course, you'll get to be here through your agencies and the guidance you've been given. Something that I found out that most people would like to know is what happens when you get to this place in the US. To anyone who gets to the US, there are some processes that it is a must for everyone. You cannot be allowed to serve and work in the United States, anywhere in the United States of America, without something called a social security number. So first of all, you need to have a residence, that is what we call permanent residence area, and that is the place whereby most of your documentation will be sent by the government or any agency looking for you, taking care of you, watching out about each and every step from wherever destination. So you need to have what we call permanent residence. That is a place you will stay, and then it takes a little time for the government to get back to you or any office, because you need to have, the first thing is social security number. That one enables you to work anywhere in America. And then you must have a permanent residence card. That one has all your details and validity period of your stay in the US. In most occasions, for the immigrants, you'll be given a validity of 10 years as a permanent resident before you get into being a US citizen. All these things takes around 2 weeks at most. In most of it depends on the states that you get to. Some 2 to 3 weeks. Maximum period wait is around 4 weeks. When you get all these 2 permanent residence card, what follows is now you have an ability to start working anywhere, because at least you have some documentation and permission to start working anywhere. And then in that due course, you must know how to drive. So when you're still at home, start or commence driving. You will not do anything in the US without driving, having in mind that driving here is left-hand driving. So while at home, you can do your practice in any organization that can offer driving via international skills and tests. That is, when you get here, you must have either Kenyan driver's license, and then you may even go a step ahead and get international driving license. It will make things easier for you, because after you get the two items, the social security and the permanent residence card, you now move to doing a driving lesson. So you will do online written exams based on the states also. So it's not specific that you can do it online, or you can go to one of the areas that offers the driving based on the state's agencies and offices. After that, you will get to be booked. You must pass this test. Again, each and every state has its own standards of exams and various requirements. After that, you'll be subjected now to go and do a road test exams. That is a physical one-on-one, and you must pass all these exams. No shortcuts. You must pass a driving skill exams. Some states, after you pass all these things, by the way, comes with a fee. I forgot, the only thing that doesn't come with a fee is a social security number. The permanent residence card has a fee. During our times, we paid around $320 per head. You can pay either while in Kenya or when you get to the US. So you pay around 320, 30. When I mention any fee, you can make a review and find out what the current fees are, because I'm basing mine on how much I paid for my case. And then the driving skills written exams has a fee in each and every state. Road test exams also has a fee. So everything here is you move with a fee. And then I told you about coming here, sorry, while you already have a driving license. When you get driver's license based on your state, this is a document that is very important. You must carry around. It is referred to as an ID. So it will serve like our Kenyan ID wherever you work. International flight, not international, local flights, you'll use that as an identifier. So you must walk around with this. When you are requested to produce an ID, driver's license will serve as an ID. So you don't have anymore to carry around your permanent residence card as a show of proof of identification. So your ID will be the driver's license that you have. So again, it takes one's ability to pass an exam. You must pass these skill exams and demonstrate that you are a safe driver, and drive along with other drivers in US roads. And then in that process, there's one thing again I realized it's very important. I decided to mention all these things so that guys at home who are preparing to come, be it through lottery, be it through NCLEX, all these things are a must. Though most of these things your agencies will do for you, but it is good to have some of these items like driving you can do back at home, so it will make things easier for you. And like when you are coming to start from zero on how to drive, so at least know how to be behind that wheel while you are still at home. It will make things work, move faster, and get adapted, so that when you get to the US, you'll only shift from right-hand driving to the left-hand driving and get to know the maneuvers. And then, so initially I told you that based on what I made as a discovery from self presence here. The other thing that you very important here is registration. So once you've gotten the permanent residence, all those identifiers, you are now good to go and buy a phone. You cannot own a phone here without a permanent residence or proof of anything that you are allowed to be legally in the US. So you'll have to own a phone. It's called, in Kenya we say SIM card, but here in America, when you buy a phone, it comes with a plan. So you'll choose any plan. When I say plan, it comes with a pay package. Also, phones are maybe seamless, or they may have a SIM card attached to your network of choice. So whoever will be guiding you will tell you the best network service provider in your locality at that time. So you'll buy a phone. Most of the phones that we use in Kenya are not compatible with the US service providers network services, because we have a lot of phones that we are handling around here that we render them useless when you arrive here. Like here I have a phone that I came along with it from Kenya. It's now doesn't work. Some people may tell you buy this, buy that, but a good percentage of these phones will not be compatible with whatever is the services that are offered here. So be rest assured that if you must come with a phone, try as much as possible to buy the most sophisticated phone in Kenya. And when I say a sophisticated phone in Kenya, most of them are iPhones. Most of them are maybe priced 80K and above. So you know what I'm saying. Those phones, you need that phone when you are here. You cannot move anywhere without a phone, and you have to register using your ID or permanent resident card. Anything you move and do, you must have a social security number. So you'll register to a network, choose a plan. After you choose a plan, now you're good to do the job searching. If you're with an agency, it will make things better and good, because coordination will be at a high level now. If you are job searching, we have what we call, you can do what we call do some job using some agencies, job searching. That is why they'll get in touch with you by calling you back. And the use of emails in this place, it's very much efficient and effective. And they'll contact you mostly via the email. You will choose if you want to be called back, but most of them they call and book you must book an appointment. So you cannot move to any office or any department, government office without booking an appointment. So booking an appointment needs an email and then a phone, because you'll get a SMS code telling you that it has been approved on this date. And when you get there again, a notification will be through a phone. So what am I saying? I'm saying that you need to acquire a phone when you are here. You'll be advised by whoever will be guiding you the kind of phones that will be suitable for you and affordable at that time, because you might not have some fee to purchase one. Other thing that will happen in this area of getting to know or getting to be on your feet or on your foot, you'll open a bank account. So you'll also get advised on which bank account that you will open, and it requires all those documentation again. The additional thing that the bank will ask you is the proof of residence. So proof of residence is where are you residing, because most of these offices, they'll need a place whereby they'll send you back the mails. When I say mail here in the US, is not the email that Kenyans know. The mail is a mailbox. Mailbox is a poster. postal services that we know in Kenya, which its services are at the moment overtaken in Kenya by events, but it's quite effective here. The mailbox, everyone has, every house, every organization, every office is attached to an address. So we call an address. So you must have an address. When you're going to the bank, you go along with an address. If you don't have any address, whoever we refer to as a host will provide their address on your behalf, and then you'll present that address. This is where you'll get to be informed on anything. This is where you'll receive your green card, social security number through the mail address mailbox. That is what I mean. So that is one of the requirements, that when you get to the banks, they will ask you, plus all those other documents that I told you, you will carry along with them. And then all these things, before you get there, it takes time, it needs patience. It works better and easier when somebody who comes here as an NCLEX passer, because most agencies will do this for you. But remember, with a pay, so there are hidden charges that they pay for you. They'll pay on your behalf. So if they pay on your behalf, just know that at some point, at some time, you'll have to pay back. Yes, it's comfortable. It's it has some lead. It gives you guidance. They give you guidance, and but later on, you will sign a contract with an employer, pay back whatever amount that they've spent on you. For other category of people who get to the US, you need money, cash money, because by that time you won't have any account or bank account, no M-Pesa here. So you have to come here, carry dollars in cash all the way from home so that you'll use them. Or if you have somebody here in the US, you can make a bank deposit to their account, so that when you get here, they'll assist you by paying any bill or any movement service using their either debit cards or their credit cards. So that is what I mean. You can convert Kenyan money into cash, having in mind that conversion will mean that is a good amount. When it is Kenyan amount is converted to US dollars, you know what I mean. So at least by now, I've handled most of the issues that I know. I wanted to allay some anxiety and make you guys prepared before you get to the US. And maybe I can, at this point and moment, I can also handle what we call, before you get to the embassy, for those who are using DV lottery, they are passed and they've won. They have been given notifications that they won the US green card. So there are some quite of requirements. You know, when you win, you get to apply the DS-260. Most people who have won, we offer guidance in our WhatsApp forum. Some other details which it will take more time when I talk over it in video. So if you want to know the details of the DS-260 matters, just get to know that you must apply exactly, and it is a way of declaring what you applied after you won. So declaration, take care when you're declaring. You must declare exactly the things and how you are. No lying. I had talked about in my previous video that you need honesty. After that, you submit the DS-260 to the state US state agencies, you would wait for some time again. That time of wait are the agonizing times that people feel like, or I'm forgotten. Everything, every notification will be through the email again. No one will call you and remind you that your DS260 is ready. So if you want to get more details about all this matter, join me in my Facebook account. You can inbox me. After you inbox me, I'll add you to our WhatsApp forum, just in case you won DV 2025 lottery. Will be available with other experts who are already here in the US to guide you. It's already ongoing. We have guys in a forum and they are doing good. They've been enlightened on how to submit their DS260 in a more organized way and perfectly. After that, they are now waiting what we call for 2NL. That is second notification letter. In the wait, we also assist our fellow brothers and sisters on what to do after they receive their 2NL notifications letters. So again, guys, this issue of 2NL, I told you in another forum that it takes a whole video to explain, and I don't want other audiences to float, and it needs specifically people who won the lottery is when they'll be guided on that part concerning the 2NL. So back to the US journey. When you get here, in a summary, I talked about the social security number, permanent residence card. I've talked about driving license, which we defined as a card. I talked about acquiring a phone. I also talked about owning a bank. That is when you have also an address. And most importantly, just to let you know, once you own a phone, most service providers, they offer monthly. In fact, I think all of them, they offer monthly service charge fee that you pay every month, just like in Kenya, postpaid services. Then meaning that you'll have unlimited data if you choose that such plans. Calls from US to US number service providers are free, so those service charges are free. So communication here is not an issue when we communicate to each other. The data bundles also are very friendly. That's why you can find most of us online almost at each time, because we leave our phones on data and Wi-Fi mode on. When you call me via WhatsApp, any moment you will get to talk to me. But have in mind, I must mention this thing, and I had mentioned it maybe in my Facebook again. Get to know at what time you are supposed to call someone, because I've told you our data bundles are left on either Wi-Fi or they are left on data bundles on. Wi-Fi here, I mean every house or every home, again, every address is attached to a Wi-Fi network. So you know what I mean. If each and every house has a Wi-Fi, so if I move to my friends, whenever I'm moving on the way, my data network is on. So whenever I'm sleeping, I may forget to leave my data on, but anyway, it should be on, because that is one way of communicating, media of communication and passing information. So I must mention about when are you to call. Just the same way I need to call back home, I've organized myself in a way that I know that when are these people taking a nap. So similar to when you're calling back to the US, could this be somebody you want to talk to taking his or her nap? And remember, here there is no sleep. Sleep means you take a nap, having in mind that you organize each and every moment of your working and off days, putting good use of it. So it's very important to take a nap, because when I move out of this room now, I move out of an AC that is cold when it is summer, and I get to a car with an AC that is air conditioner that is cool, because you cannot walk around without a car uh, because of the temperatures and the environment. It's either snow in a winter season, and then it's either hot. So what I meant about time is, please consider whoever you are calling. Kenya, you are 8 hours ahead of us, and we are 8 hours behind you people. So if you want to know what time is it in US without even looking to your clock, every meal time, let's say if you're taking breakfast, just know that it's around 12 a.m. here in America. And then in most states, that is central, and specifically where I am now. So in an area whereby you are 8 hours, we are 8 hours, you are 8 hours ahead of us, use that mode, get to know. And then when you get to your lunch time, look back, just know that now when you're taking your lunch, it is now breakfast time here where I am currently. And when you get to your dinner time, it means that we are now on our lunch. Just like that. When you wake up at 12 a.m. at night, just know that it's dinner time. So look back, 8 hours, 8 hours, then you won't miss it. So don't just think of any time and let's say I want to make a call and talk to this person. I may be deep in sleep, and it's so disturbing. Based on what you wanted to ask me, you can imagine you want to ask me about how did you travel to the US, and you are calling me deep in midnight. Will I really take your phone call there that the next time you'll call me? So annoying. So get to know. It's not that we don't want to pick your phone calls, but it's because you guys think that each and every time there's enough time for talk. And then most institutions doesn't allow you to pick a phone while you're on duty. So, and you're here busy texting, unanilenga. It doesn't add up. So let's be patient and use most of it text. You can book an appointment and say, kindly, what is the suitable time for us to have a discussion or maybe a chat? And then you'll get answered by anyone. Don't annoy your people, because, it won't go well in your next calling. Somebody may think that you are so disturbing. So to sum it up, I know I've taken quite a long time. I've talked about all those things. It is a process. And finally, I want to let anyone know that if you're coming to the US, you are coming with only your suitcases and your clothing. Nothing else. I've never seen anyone boarding sufurias, cups, other items. What do I mean? I mean that when you're getting to the US, you come only with your clothes for that time. Things will change. Why am I mentioning this? When you stay over here, let's say 3 months, 2 months, 4 months, 5 months, people at home will feel now lonely and think that when we make these posts of photos of where we are, they imagine that we are on real life and celebrating. And people do imagine that when you get to the US, there's somebody somewhere who will give you a key and you just only open a door and enter a home with furnish, everything. Maybe it is in heaven. So people, when you get here to the US, we also start struggling and work hard to earn, to also have money for purchasing all those items. So before you even get to work, I think you've seen what I've told you. After you get a social security number, all those processes I've told you, until you have your own abilities to get what we call paycheck. That is when life starts. I forgot to mention, amongst the most needful items is a vehicle. So after you get all those things, you must own a car. So vehicles here, when you see people moving with vehicles, they are not prestigious just like home. A vehicle is a necessity. A car is a necessity because it will enable you to move from point A to point B. We don't have border borders here. We don't have buses. Not all cities has buses, but if you have even bus, it won't drop you to a drop point whereby you are supposed to be reporting and maybe do your duty, and even leaving your duty. Some duties ends at 10 p.m. How will you get back home and you need to move very fast and go take a nap and rest? So guys, when you see people in this area, we walk around with vehicles, it is part of the necessity. It is not a prestigious move, just the way you think that now I owed him this amount, he had this amount, we sold the land for this person so that when he gets to the US, now he has gone there and prioritized. Now he's moving around with a car and he has a debt. We sold a portion of land for him. What is this guy doing? Are these priorities? Yes, it is a priority for one to own a car here in the US so that it enables him or her to move from point A to point B without inconveniencing anyone or inconveniences. So when you go to workplace, in fact, some of the employers will assume that you have a car because it's a necessity. There's even a requirement when you're getting employment that they give their standards that you must own a car. You have a reliable mode of transport. That is what they say. So if you're getting even to an interview and you start talking Kenyan way that I'm still using my host car to come here, so kindly give me this kind of duties, you'll be told, go get a car. Your car. The day you'll have your own vehicle is when we'll offer you a job. So we do it cautiously because it is a necessity. So people at home, be patient with anyone who is in the US, especially if a portion of land, something was given out for them for the purpose of being here. Just know that it will take a little bit longer. You've had the entire process. I'm now in the 5th month and I may be in the 6th step now. Bearing in mind, some of us, we came here with our family members. They also need to feed. So should I now pay back a debt maybe that I had at home and leave my kids or my family members hungry? Priorities, that is what I mean. So whenever those guys are coming here, accord them all the necessary support. Give them, because they need to come and use some money here again to start off. Be they are coming even with an agency, you need to have some cash to come and use. Watch out for my other videos in upcoming events, and I always like doing a video whenever I get time. It takes a sacrifice for me to have a seat and read even your questions, because I am now on the limelight now, giving you information. So find time and even like my YouTube page, Facebook page, all are named Evan Saboge. Like, subscribe, put on your alert so that whenever I post any new video, I think will assist you. I do believe whatever I've talked about today has assisted you. Drop me any question into any of my inboxes. WhatsApp, if you have my number, Facebook commonly, And even in my YouTube, you can make a comment so that whenever I get a chance, I'll go through and read and prepare a video to answer some of your questions. Have a good day. Have a good night. See you in my other subsequent videos. God bless you, people.